welcome back to the Crypto Moses channel.
I am back, folks.
You guys, SHIB is at a critical moment. Some bad news. Large transactions have dropped about 35%, and this does signal that there's some whale fatigue happening within the market. Yet, open interest has actually surged about 15%, showing that there is fresh trader confidence. Right now, the battles between selling pressure and bullish momentum has SHIB on the edge of some major moves. And there's some analysts that are closely watching a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, which could hopefully send SHIB soaring towards the 0.000025 number if this is confirmed. At the same time, whale transactions are up about 20.69%, hinting that there are some big players returning. Now the question is, will SHIB break out or break down? Let's dive in today's video. Please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss some of these. And I'm going to walk you guys through some of the trades we took this past week on SHIB itself. This is one of my favorite coins to trade. Now, when we look at SHIB, we see that we topped out yesterday at this last resistance line that we drawn a while back. On top of that too, we fully followed our little trend triangle, I would call it, that we were doing TA wise yesterday. And if we would have taken that trade, that would have been a 7% gain. Now the problem is we have found another set of resistance, right? We're back to the last point where we did take some lows. And if we can look at the RSI, we can comfortably see that short term RSI is in the higher oversold territory, even in the higher time frames. So it's not necessarily a buy moment, but what it is an opportunity to see, okay, is the market going to keep consolidating in the larger time frames? Because we can see we're at the lower end of where SHIB is. And realistically speaking, some of the trades that we're taking on it, so some of the trades that you're able to take on it, I'm actually using BTCC for it. And the reason is they have a 50x leverage available on SHIB, you guys, and I'll leave the link below. If you use that, there's a $10,000 deposit bonus available. So it's literally free money down there. If you want the best platform to trade with, I'm definitely going to recommend you use that BTC. It's so easy to walk away with some profits. I mean, we even have a position open right now. We longed ETH at a 75x at 2630, and ETH right now is almost 2700. It's taking a little bit of a correction, but you guys, as you can see here, part of our strategies, we moved the stop loss above the position itself, and now even if it goes down, we're still going to walk away with profit and not a loss on these types of trades. That's the benefit of this platform, and I really like it. But when it comes to SHIB, besides just day trading it, if I'm long-term trading it, I would say that we are at the lowest end that we've been in a long time. And I wouldn't say the lowest, but we are about 80% down from all-time highs. So if these catalysts do come up this year, we have a potential to even catch back up to the 2-3 here. And some analysts, as you'll see here once I break down the news statistics, are saying that we could even get back up to the 25 mark, which is roughly 50% up from where we are today. Okay, now some of the news shifts that are happening, Shiba Inu's dynamics are actually shifting really rapidly. And the negative for me is that it's basically creating mixed signals and sentiment among traders and then some long-term investors. There are large SHIB transactions that have dropped by 35%. And then volume has gone down from 2.19 trillion to 1.4 trillion SHIB in 24 hours. Now, this decline does suggest that whales who play a key role in the price movement are technically taking a step back, potentially leading to a weaker price support. Additionally, you guys, 52% of SHIB holders right now are at a loss, which could result in maybe some further sell-offs as investors are attempting to minimize their losses. Now, adding on to this bearish outlook, we've also got that new user adoption is slowing down. You guys, that's reducing fresh demand, and it does limit SHIB's potential for actual organic growth. Now, not all indicators are negative. Okay, there are signs of a possible turnaround. There's something called the open interest, and that in SHIB's future has surged about 15%, with over 13.2 trillion SHIB now locked in future contracts, which is a good thing. They believe that it has more potential. Now, this also suggests that despite declining whale movement, traders are betting on a price rebound. And then another thing to think about is whenever there's a rise in open interest, this also could reflect that there's growing confidence in a potential price movement as more money is being invested in these future positions. Interestingly enough though, you guys, whale transactions are also showing us signs of revival. Data is showing that whale transactions have increased by about 20.69% in 24 hours. Now this is totaling 26.6 million SHIB. This could indicate that major investors are returning, possibly in anticipation of a price recovery. And historically, whale activity has been one of the strongest indicator of market trends, meaning that their renewal in interest could be the signal of an upcoming shift in full momentum. And then from a technical perspective, analysts are closely monitoring an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and this is forming on SHIB's daily chart. This bullish formation typically is going to signal that there's going to be a full trend reversal, and this could push SHIB to higher levels. The left shoulder did form at the lower number of 0.00009, and then the head is at the 0.0071, and the right shoulder is recently completed at the 0.0010. The neckline is what we're currently actually testing right now, and if SHIB does manage to break above it, this pattern could play out, sending the price towards the projected 0.00025. Now, some key levels to watch in the next couple of days. The short term would include a support at 0.000146, which, if this is broken, it will trigger further downside. And then we've got a resistance right now at 0.000172, and then in some of our white lines, we've got all the way up to 0.1947. Now, with mixed signals in the market, SHIB's next move does currently remain uncertain. We understand that. The bearish outlook is driven by some reduced whale accumulation and the slowing in adoption, while some of the bullish factors we discussed today are including the rising open interest, the renewed whale transactions, and then the promising technical pattern with support that we see. Now, these next couple of days are going to be crucial in determining whether SHIB is headed for a major breakout or a continued downside. The question is simple. Will SHIB traders push higher, or will selling pressure take over? I really want to know your comments below. It's so important to me. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Now, we know SHIB is at a crossroad. With the declining whale activity, the slowing adoption that we're seeing, it's raising concerns. Yes, we do have open interest raising, whale transactions have gone up by 20%, and then there is a bullish breakout forming, with the support at anywhere between 0.000146 and then the resistance at 4017. Will SHIB surge or slide? I really want to know what you guys think, especially with all the data I've given you today. And lastly, you guys, for your seamless crypto tax management, I also do have our company's link below. Blockchain Management has you covered. This is an important year to make sure you file everything DeFi wise. As always, you guys, stay informed, stay prepared, and stay ahead. Peace out, everybody.